Hey guys, so this layout was made as a challenge for Load 513, and the whole theme of Load this month was the board game Clue. And today this particular day's challenge was Mrs. White. So basically what I took from that prompt was to make a layout using mostly white. So it's a very monochromatic layout, and I'm scrapbooking these two photos that I took right before Christmas. Unfortunately, it didn't snow on Christmas Day, but it did snow on Christmas Eve, so we had sort of a white Christmas. So the title of this layout is going to be White Almost Christmas. And so I pulled, this is a transparency from, let me see. I don't need, it's a Hamley screen print. It's called Pen and Ink, so it has some silver writing on it. And I'm going to pull out these metallic watercolors here. And I'm going to use them just to put a border around that transparency. So I'm going to mark off, I'm going to take a pencil here, and I'm going to mark off where that transparency is going to sit on the background paper. The background paper is just from my stash. I don't know who the manufacturer of that was. Get myself some water here, and then I'm just going to use this watercolor in this silver watercolor to make a box outline, sort of like putting a mat behind the layout, but using watercolors to do that. So I didn't like that first brush. It wasn't giving me the coverage or the look I wanted. I wanted it to be square, and it was kind of making things a little muddled, that watercolor brush I was using, so I moved to a different brush here. And I'm obviously not using, this is not watercolor paper, this cardstock that I'm using as my background. So the paper is warping a bit, but I don't really mind that. After you get all the embellishments and things down, it doesn't really, you can still see it, but it's kind of, it kind of gives the layout a more, I don't know, for lack of a better word, organic look. And then I just took some blue, some light metallic blue, and did the corners of the mat. There we go. Whitewash out my brush. My brushes. And then I'm going to pull out, I use the Studio Calico box to do my misting, and I'm going to pull out this Heidi Swap Color Shine in the color Tinsel, and I'm just going to do some splattering in the two corners. Upper left and lower right. Well, the way you're looking at it, yeah, upper left and lower right. And then once I turn the page the right way, it'll be lower right and upper left. And you can see here I'm using my heat gun to dry this watercolor, and what I'm doing is I'm turning the paper over and heating it on both sides so that I can try to keep that warping to a minimum. The paper is still going to warp. It's not watercolor paper, so it's not intended to soak up the moisture that watercolors use. So I'm just playing with it to get that warping out as much as possible. And then I'm going to put this vellum, this Hamley screen print down, and then my photos. This is actually a really quick layout. It didn't take very long to do. I had these acetate doilies in my stash, so I'm going to use some of those. And I'm going to put the adhesive just on the end that's going to be tucked underneath the photo so you can't see the adhesive on these after they go down on the paper. And it's really hard to see. I mean, this is a very monochromatic layout, and it's kind of hard to see the embellishments on the video. Hopefully, you'll be able to see them better on the still picture at the end. But in person, in if you're looking at it in the scrapbook, it really does. You can really tell, where the embellishments are. This is a My Mind's Eye. No, 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 Gina, nah. It's a Making Memories Vintage Findings mini winter kit that I pulled my embellishments out of. And I'm also going to pull some of this star washi tape. It's a silver washi tape with some clear stars on it. So again, pulling my embellishments for this layout really had more to do with color than anything else. I'm going to use these American Craft thickers the font is called Kitten and the color is silver. And I'm going to use that to spell out the words white and Christmas. And because the border is not exactly straight, it wasn't so important for me that the letters be, it was okay that they were a little crooked and not on the page precisely. So these are two snowflakes that came out of that Making Memories little kit. I'm going to add some more of this washi tape up here to this corner just to give it some consistency on both sides of the layout. And then I'm going to use my Tombow Mono glue to put this snowflake down. There we go. And I decided to put the other snowflake down in this in the lower right hand corner. And then there were these little stars in that vintage findings kit. And I mean, that kit is so old. I bought it, oh, I can't even tell you. They had them on clearance at some online scrapbooking store that maybe a scrapbooking warehouse, maybe. I put a little tag there. It has a deer on it, but I didn't really want the deer showing. So I just tucked the deer part underneath the photos there. And then this is a felt, it's from Queen and Company. It's a felt border. They call them Felt Fusion, and that's the one called Snowflakes, and it has adhesive already on it, so now it's going to stick to everything. And I'm just going to lay that down across the page, across the two photos. There we go. And now I think I'm off looking for some stamps. Oh no, for some other letter stickers. The stamps will come later. I'm looking for some letter stamps to put the word almost underneath to fill in that space between white and Christmas. So I'm going to use these. I think they're basic gray. They're basic gray white cardstock alphas, and they don't give them a name, just a a what do you call it? Like a number, a product number, something like that. I'm using this Uniball Gel Impact pen in silver to do my journaling. I bought a gold one and a silver one and a black one from 2Ps. I love these pens. They're fantastic. And now I'm going to pull out some silver ink and a date stamp, and I'm going to put the date on that tag. I think I'm looking through my roller date stamps here to see if oh, we're going to do the jewels first. Okay. My bad. I made this layout on June 30th and today is July 30th. So July 31st today is. So it's been a while since I made this. I'm using my Imaginess gem setter and Imaginess gems to heat these and set these gems. And the thing works just fine. It's just my impatience to waiting for it to heat up that glue that's underneath those gems. The tool works just fine if someone would have some patience. It's just waiting. I don't have any patience. It would have been better to just put them on with glue dots. Although, once you put them down with the gem setter, they don't move. So it's a little bit, they're adhered to the page a little bit stronger than if you just put them down with glue dots. So you'll see me just play around with this until I finally realize that you've got to hold that heat tool on there for a bit to get them to set. And then once I figure that out, it all works out just fine. Oh my gosh, my hair's a mess. Early morning scrapbooking. Anytime you see in the video that I have glasses on, it's very early in the morning. Because I don't wear my glasses any other time. I take my contacts out at night and put my glasses on right before I go to bed. And then in the morning, I'll put them on before Stu gets up. So because I try to get out of the bedroom as quickly as possible when I wake up in the morning and he's still sleeping because I don't want to wake him up. And then once he's up, I'll go put my contacts in and stuff. So just gonna put, I realized here that I didn't adhere that snowflake, so I'm gonna do that there. And then I'm gonna look through the roller date stamps. Here you go. And I'm gonna use the white handled one from Dear Lizzie to put the, I think to put the date on. Yeah. And then I'm gonna use the Amy Tangerine one with the blue handle to add the word little joy or little joys. And I'm using Silver Brilliance Dewdrop Starlight Silver ink, which I really like. It's my favorite silver ink. And here's a final look at the layout. Really quick today, easy. And I hope you enjoyed. Leave me any questions or comments you have below, and I will try to answer them. You guys take care. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.